Today, I decided a couple weeks ago to take today off work, work, just because I knew it is mid-December now, and with Thanksgiving being so late, I knew I wasn't going to be able to have all my Christmas stuff done yet. And I figured at this point I might be kind of stressing out about stuff not being done. So I wanted to give myself a day to be able to get that sort of thing done. And I also just wanted to give myself some time to possibly try to relax a little bit. I'm one of those types of people who has a hard time relaxing when I know that there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be done. And I gave it my best shot this morning so far. I think it's, I don't have my watch on. Let's see, what time is it? It's about 12:30 now. And so this morning, after dropping the kids off at daycare, I came back and decided to, have some breakfast, make myself a nice pot of tea instead of just having a regular cup of tea, and, just do something nice for myself. So I put on a Christmas movie, but by the time I was like halfway through the pot of tea, I was like, oh gosh, there's so much I need to do. And not doing this stuff became more stressful than just doing it. So I picked the more fun things that I needed to do. And I put on some of the Christmas movies that I recommended for you guys and decided to do a little bit of wrapping because that's, low effort. And I had another group of gifts that I needed to wrap. So I did that while watching some Christmas shows this morning, which was good. We also still have the contractor coming out to the house. Hopefully he will finish up work today. So he's been around and I've been having to, that sounds really mean. I have had interactions with him just to be on the same page and receive our final invoice and that sort of thing. I was able to take Max for a walk, which was nice. And I got some pictures of the neighborhood. So I'm going to put just some pictures of those activities in here, and I'll have a video of the wrapping in here as well. So if you have some wrapping to do, you can wrap with me. But that'll be a little bit later on. Right now, part of the self-care morning that I was supposed to do was, just spending a little bit more time doing, some skincare, and I was going to do my hair. That kind of didn't work out. I did wash my hair today. I tend to wash my hair every like 5 to 7 days just because I wear it up a lot. And frankly, I just don't have the time in the shower normally to wash my hair. So I was going to do my hair and like put my product that I have in it to make the curls look nice. But I ended up having a nice chat on the phone with my dad about something that needed to be resolved. So that was good. I'm glad we did that, but my hair is going to look like crap now, which is fine. No one cares but me. That's what I just always tell myself. No one cares how you look but you. And so now we are at maybe the skincare portion, and I just wanted to do that with y'all and kind of let you know that it is important to take breaks and to allow yourself some time of rest, whatever that rest looks like to you. I know mine wasn't super, super restful, but it was still less stressful than having to balance doing all of this stuff and work. So I am going to finish getting out my skincare stuff and do a little bit more than I normally do. All right, sorry, I should have done that before I started recording. But I'm going to put some toner on, and I'm just using this Burt's Bees toner. And apologies if this is loud. I have my little pads in a little glass container on the top there. So yeah, my skin, I've noticed as I've gotten older, has gotten really dry. I think this is an alcohol-free toner because, yes, it's alcohol-free, fragrance-free. Put that a little bit so you can read it a little bit more. And I'm going to roll up my sleeves because it's running down my arm and I can't stand my sleeves being wet. I feel like since I've started making these videos, I've noticed that I have a lot of peculiarities and sensitivities. Like I would have to, like if my sleeve actually got wet, I would have to change my shirt. Like I wouldn't be able to wear it. And, like I have to put my socks on a certain way. Otherwise I'm just super uncomfortable and I can't think about anything else. Or I need something done a particular way. I knew I was particular about certain things, Like when I got married, I told my husband, you don't ever have to worry about making the bed. I like the bed made a very specific way. There's absolutely no reason why someone should need to make a bed that way. But I like it done a certain way. And because of that, I will always make the bed. Like, just don't worry about that. That's something I'm very particular about. So yeah, I thought that was like the main thing I was super particular about. I'm gonna let this dry off a little bit. But apparently there are like way more things that I'm very particular about. So I don't know what that says about me. Maybe it just means I'm old and set in my ways. Who knows? Next, I'm gonna. Well, this is actually not next. This has been so long since I've done skincare for myself that I have forgotten the order. And I'm just doing a little bit more than normal. Normally, I don't do the toner. Normally, I just put on moisturizer. And if I do anything more than that, it's like putting on mascara and like a lip balm. But I have this under eye serum. I don't know if you guys can read that. But this is nice and refreshing. There's a little, it has this metal ball applicator to it. And you just push it down and it gets some product on it. This always reminds me of like Mickey Mouse, the way the product comes out, because it has the little bit at the bottom and then like the two ears. And it's very blurry, so apologies. But the metal ball always stays like super cold, so it's really refreshing. This is supposed to help your under eye bags and like fill in some of your eye wrinkles, but it just feels really nice. I made the mistake of the first time of putting it on my eyelids, like this part of my eyelid, and they puffed up because they were so dry that it looked like I was having a reaction of some sort. I wasn't. It was just that my eyelids were moisturized for the first time in forever. All right. Tap that in a little bit because apparently you're not supposed to rub your under eye area. It stretches out the skin. I am not an expert at this. I'm sure I'm doing this all wrong. I'm also going to put some of the serum on the back of my hands. All right. Now I'm going to get some moisturizer, and this is the same company that does the under eye serum. I like this company. It's a Korean company, and I think Koreans are pretty famous for skincare. And there we go. Who needs curl cream when you have lotion? I think they're pretty famous for their skincare, but it's a little bit of a different philosophy, I think, than American skincare. It's more of like adding nutrition to your skin rather than like harsher like corrections, I guess I would say. I don't know. That's just what I've gleaned when I've been trying to like figure out what to do now that I'm in my 40s and, you know, these nice wrinkles here, because absolutely no judgment for people who do Botox. I know a lot of my friends have done Botox and it looks fantastic. I'm just not up for it, not up for the expense, not up for the maintenance, not up for shooting stuff into my face if I don't have to. So they look great after they get it done though. But yeah, my wrinkles they're just going to be there because I'm not wanting to do that. I also usually put this on the back of my hands because during winter my hands start looking like grandma hands. And I guess technically I am old enough to be a grandma now if I had children young, like in my early 20s, and my kids also had kids in their 20s, early 20s, which is a little frightening to think about, but I'm not a grandma. My kids are still very, very young, so I will be an old grandma if that ever happens. All right, and since I didn't do my curl cream, I am going to put a little bit of lotion in here so that these frizzies are at least a little bit less. There we go. Nice and shiny now, too. I don't know, do other people put lotion in their hair to get rid of flyaways? I don't know if that's just me being a crazy person. All right, I think that's all the skincare I want to do right now because I am running a little bit behind today, which is fine. I'm going to put on some lip balm, and this is just Burt's Bees as well. Oops, that's upside down. Sorry, Burt's Bees. And I like the Ultra Conditioning. It's a little bit less waxy than their usual stuff. Now the struggle is to open this because I've put moisturizer on. My hands are a little bit greasy. Not greasy, but slippery. Right? Do y'all have skincare routines that you do to pamper yourself? If I know I'm going to have like a night to myself, sometimes I will get like a sheet mask, a hydrating sheet mask, and put it on and leave it on there for a bit. And it feels really nice the next day. Like really, the moisturizer does a good job plumping a little bit, but if you put one of their face masks on for about 20 minutes, it really, like the next morning, you're like, oh, that's taken maybe a year or two off, and that's fantastic. Obviously, it only lasts for the day because it's just temporary, but I'll take it. Yeah. All right. Now I need to concentrate on doing this. I'm not good at talking and doing other things at the same time. And this is a precision operation here, so I don't poke myself in the eye. So give me just a minute. And it never fails. I always get mascara on some part of my skin. So I usually just take a Q-tip, get one end of it wet, do any little touch-ups I need to remove the extra mascara. For some reason, I'm always like sloppier on my left eye, like just the line right above my lashes. Can you get more on my eyelid? I don't know, maybe that eyelid's puffier than the other one. And I just take the dry end and dab off any excess water and just put on. I don't think anyone looks attractive when they put on mascara, because when you put on mascara, most people hold their mouths open because that actually helps you keep your eyes open. I don't have a citation for that, but I have read that multiple places. But also, it's gotten a lot harder. You can probably see how now my upper eyelid here is like droopy over my bottom eyelid. So not only do I have to like open my eyes, I also have to tilt my head back so that when I put mascara down here, it's not getting up on my droopy upper eyes. I guess some people would get an eyelid lift. Is that what eyelid lifts are? I don't know. I'm also not up for that though. For most of my life, I have looked younger than I am. I think after having kids, I kind of look my age now, which I am fine with. So I'm not willing to kind of go to extremes. I think the only thing I would do is like maybe go and get like spots like this removed. This is just a sunspot, and I have a couple spots over here. But I feel like that would be, sorry, totally out of frame. I feel like that would be the most that I would ever do in that respect. I don't know. I'm going to get pretty jowly. I know I'm going to get pretty jowly later, so maybe I'll change my mind. But I'd like to think that I will choose to age gracefully without surgical intervention. Anyhow, that's it. That's all I do, even when I pamper myself. So I did toner, and then I did some under eye serum and just regular moisturizer. And I put on some lip balm and some mascara. And that's it. Now, if I was going out, I would do, like a powder foundation and, like fill in my eyebrows a little bit and do eyeshadow and blush. But I'm just going to be running errands later today, so I'm not doing that because I don't want to spend the time on it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this little slight get ready, pamper yourself with me. And I will put the wrapping footage after this. You'll see that I am using a new wrapping paper. It's the wrapping paper for my husband. I couldn't quite get his gifts wrapped last time. And I still have one more of his gifts coming in that isn't here yet that I need to wrap. And there were some gifts for my kids from extended family that came in, so I wrapped those as well. So I will put that here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas. Have a good one. Bye.